What's going on, Facebook family? Tara Wilson here. Let me get this angle right. I'm sorry, y'all. Every time I'm working on getting this angle right. There we go. How is everyone doing? We're going to give people some time to get on. Welcome to Tea Time with Tara. I'm going to give some time for people to get on. Happy Tuesday. Hopefully it's a little bit better from Monday. All right. Okay, we're going to wait for a few people to get on. Here we go. How's everyone doing today? Hey, come on in, come on in. I think my sign is right this week. It's been a struggle trying to get that right. Let's see. Let's go. How are you? How are you? Big week, inauguration day, right? Coming up tomorrow. Yep, thanks for coming in. Oh, you still got a few coming in, trickling in. How are y'all? Thank you for being here with me. All right, we got Pablo in the back, right? Pablo the Pena, he's just on. He's ready. He's ready for everything that's coming this week, for some change. Hey, then we've got Groot. We're Groot. I am Groot. Yeah, Groot's here with me today. I am Groot. So he's saying hi. Yo soy Groot. So what's up, my friend? Thanks for joining us. Bueno, ¿cómo están? ¿Cómo están? Bienvenidos aquí conmigo en esta hora de té. Soy Tara Wilson. I am Tara Wilson. There we go. We got people trickling in. I'm going to give them about one more minute and then we'll get started. It never fails that once I start, like I'm ready to go and then like I have technical difficulties. Yeah. If you can share this video, please share these videos, share the page. You know, I need people to know about this campaign for District 4 and for the city too. So yeah, you can turn your settings on to get notifications for videos when we go live, especially today. This is going to be our fifth one. Yeah, so we're going to keep it going. All right, I think we got some good people here. How's everyone doing today on Tuesday? Like I said, I'm Tara Wilson, official candidate for District 4. Sorry, I didn't put my phone in airplane mode. Official candidate for Fort Worth City Council District 4. Bueno, ¿cómo estás? Soy Tara Wilson. Estoy postulando para el Consejo Municipal de Fort Worth para el Distrito 4. Tenemos muchas cosas a platicar y hablar de qué está pasando en la ciudad de Fort Worth. Entonces, aquí esta es la hora de té conmigo, Tara, y vamos a platicar acerca de cosas que está pasando en la ciudad de Fort Worth, qué está pasando ahora en el mundo y más cosas y más información acerca de mí para que me pueda conocer. So I'm Tara Wilson, again, official candidate for Fort Worth City Council District 4. We're going to talk today about redistricting again. It's the biggest thing that's going on in the city as far as things that you need to be aware of that you can get involved in. You know, we can hold our leadership accountable, right? And you can vote in this election to choose new leadership for city council that wants to be more engaged with you guys, the community, but also us out here in the community. We have an obligation and a responsibility too to be involved. And so you can't be involved if you don't have the information. So here I am trying to give as much information as I can to all of you so that you can be civically engaged and involved in decision making that's going on in this city. That's how I got started in this, and that's how I decided to run. I'm an ER nurse. I serve this community. I've been serving on the front lines of COVID. I work with all public service. Hey, how's everyone doing? You know, public service personnel. So I work in conjunction with police and with fire, you know, and we all, you know, have jobs to do, and we serve you, the general public. We serve the city, and I serve anyone that comes into the ER and sees me. So I decided that I could step up and serve in that same capacity at city council, because it's a job that's supposed to be supporting the city, helping everyone in the city, And so here I am today. Entonces, soy una enfermera de herencias y ya trabajé en Forward para como 4 años y nomás aquí estoy platicando con ustedes para que ustedes puedan tener la información, para que están parte de las decisiones que pasan en Fort Worth, porque afectan a ustedes y afecta a tu comunidad y afecta a qué está pasando con todo en tu comunidad, todo en la ciudad. Y entonces tienen una oportunidad a ser parte de todas las decisiones que está pasando. Entonces necesitan a votar en las elecciones locales, elección de consejo municipal. Este mayo, el primer día de mayo va a pasar, pero necesitan registrar, a votar de la primera de abril. Entonces, aquí estoy postulando para eso, para que te pueda ayudar a nuestra comunidad y las comunidades latinas, hispana y todas las comunidades de trabajadores que tienen todo el peso, pero no tienen parte de las decisiones. Entonces quiero darse poder a la gente normal, gente pequeños, y aquí soy una parte de ustedes postulando para el Consejo Municipal. So basically I just said, you got to be involved. Registration deadline is April 1st. I think in my video, it's right this week. I hope that y'all can see that. So register to vote by April 1st. Your vote counts. Okay, register to vote by April 1st. And so, election is May 1st. Early voting is April 19th. And you need to register to vote by April 1st if you're not registered already. And so someone's asking me more about me and where I'm from and about myself. So, so I am originally from Waco. So it's about an hour and a half south from here. Hey, Furby. I grew up in a poor neighborhood in North Waco. I come from a Hispanic family. There was no talk about politics in our household. In fact, I grew up quite religious, and we were not supposed to be involved in politics at all, actually. So some members of my family probably think I have gone off the deep end and am lost to the world forever for even considering running for city council. And so, but we were poor. We couldn't have had the time. My mom did not have the time to even think about elections or politics. They were just trying to make ends meet. And in fact, looking back now, I didn't realize, I know now how poor, like really poor we were. No electricity, no water, really, I had to hustle from a really young age. I didn't even know I was hustling at that young age. This is just what I was doing to survive. And so I know that our communities, our Hispanic communities and working class communities are still struggling to get by. They're pretty much in the thick of it. And I feel like the most resilient person in America is, all the working middle class and down, because we got to figure out how to do something with nothing. And so, that's the majority of this country. And so if you cannot go without one paycheck, you are working class. That's just how that goes. And so, I'm here because I want to represent those people. And so I am part of the working class. I work in the ER right now. I serve Fort Worth from the ER, from the front lines. And so, as a professional in the medical world, we have to hold people accountable, and people we elect are in charge of our tax dollars, right? So they're also responsible for that too. And so we have to make sure that, we have people in there that are looking out for everyone's best interest, so, that's just kind of some of the reasons why I'm running for city council. And so because I make life and death decisions on a nightly basis, mind you, I work night shift if anybody's interested in that, that really can hurt people or benefit them, I could definitely step up and make decisions that will benefit our city and help us build a better Fort Worth and help us have more equity in the city. And when we support everyone, all of us benefit, so Thank you. So, that's why I'm here. That's a little bit about me. But I don't want to, we're not, we don't have too much time and I don't want to run over. So I do want to get into some city issues going on. We will have a new mayor come May. So people are still filing for mayor, still filing for city council. You have the opportunity to really, really shape the next few years of Fort Worth with a new mayor and a new city council, or keep the one that you like. It's completely up to you. And so that's really what's heating up right now. Again, local elections are going to be May 1st, the first Saturday in May. Early voting starts April 19th. You need to register to vote by April 1st. And I'm going to move on from that. And I'm running for District 4. So that's Heritage Trace, Bonnie Hills, or, gosh, I always say it wrong. I'm sorry, Bonnie Ray Hills, Carter, part of Carter Riverside, Western Hills, White Hills, Woodhaven, a little part of Meadowbrook. Oh, real quick, I need to give a shout out to some local businesses. I really need to give a thank you to Doc's Bookshop over on Meadowbrook Drive. Is a District 4 pillar business community leader. They do so much for District 4 community in the east side of Fort Worth. They had a discussion last night. Yesterday we commemorated Martin Luther King Jr., right? We are still in the fight for the very things that he stood for. We are still going down that path, and we're still needing to get more representation, more equity in our communities. We're still working for the very things that Martin Luther King stood for. So they had a discussion last night, Doc's Bookshop, discussion last night about Martin Luther King and the new movie that came out, MLK FBI, and they were gracious enough to let me be a part of that discussion. So I shared it on the campaign page. Go check it out. Again, share this video if you haven't yet for me. And so we had a great discussion with Donna and Danya of the owners and the sisters who run Doc's Bookshop. I got to give a special thanks to Dr. Keisha White, Mr. McNeil, Pharaoh Jones that had me on last night on the panel. We had it was just a great conversation, honest. And so it felt good to talk about the issues. We're in a challenging time in our country. And now we're going through a transition where we just saw people trying to stop that, which had never happened in the history of the country. And so now we have to figure out a way to pick up these pieces, because it's clear that, we're almost equally divided down the middle. While we can't fix national problems here in Fort Worth, we can fix local ones. And we are able to be so much more involved in local decisions. And so that's why your local elections matter so much more. We need to get people to show up to vote for local elections, for city council. And so, you got to support people who want to support you. I want to hear what you all have to say. It's our communities that decide really, what are we going to do in the city? What do you want the vision of Fort Worth to be? You get to decide. You can donate to the campaign. For this particular Tea Time with Tara, the campaign link is bit.ly/campaign tea time. You can donate to the campaign. I mean, literally $4 for District 4 will get us to our goal. We just chip away at it. Again, who are the most resilient people in this country? Middle class, working class folk, like all of us. And so together we can locally make some changes. So we have redistricting that's here with us. There is a meeting tonight at 6 o'clock, and I'm going to get over to that real quick because I want to read something to my Spanish-speaking community, because the meeting tonight in Spanish is going to be in complete Spanish. So all of my Spanish-speaking communities, need to show up and give testimony. And Los Familias de Rosemont Neighborhood Association put out a post about it, and I couldn't have said it better myself. So shout out to the La Familias de Rosemont Neighborhood Association, who are constantly advocating for working class and Latino communities. Ahora en la ciudad está pasando redistribución de los distritos de la ciudad de Fort Worth. Ahora son 8. Ahora son 8 y, y va a cambiar en 2023. Van a ser 10. Entonces va a ser 2 más distritos, 2 más posiciones en el Consejo Municipal también. Entonces ustedes pueden hacer parte de ese proceso. Esta noche a las 6:30 hasta en Facebook Live y también el sitio web de la ciudad pueden mandar un mensaje en el Fort Worth Connect at fortworthtexas.gov. Can we put the link up for the districting talks? So, entonces, vamos a poner un link ahí, pero pueden dar tu testimonio acerca de, porque este tema está muy importante para las comunidades de nosotros, porque es un nuevo distrito, los dos. Pueden hacer representación de comunidades de trabajadores y de comunidad latino. Y entonces necesitan que están dibujando las líneas nuevas de los distritos en una manera que está buena para todos. Entonces, esta noche pueden ir a esa reunión y pueden dar tu testimonio acerca de qué está pasando ahora. Yo me voy a ir a esa reunión esta noche. Yo me voy a dar mi testimonio acerca de las comunidades latinas para las razones que están para las razones que están muy importantes, que nosotros tenemos representación verdadera de nuestra comunidad y que necesitan dibujar esas líneas buenas. Entonces yo me voy a estar ahí hasta el teléfono. Mi hija tiene un juego esta noche de básquetbol, entonces no me voy a pueda hacer no me pueda ir en el video del sitio web. Nomás me voy a llamar al teléfono y dar mi testimonio. So I was just saying that tonight is a Spanish meeting for the redistricting conversation in Fort Worth. I think we just put the link up to go register. You have to register today by my phone on airplane mode. I'm sorry. And so yeah, so they can give their, it's important that we go to these meetings and we speak on behalf of our communities. We need to make sure that these lines are being drawn fairly, but we also need to make sure that we're going to be a part of the entire process. So if we're going to have meetings, thank you so much. Thank you, Araceli. Araceli says she just donated. Thank you so much for that. I mean, literally every single dollar counts to get us campaign literature and voter outreach to people. So I appreciate that so much. You're contributing to a community-centered campaign that really wants to represent the people. And so there's a meeting on Thursday night in English, so you can register to speak there. If you don't speak Spanish, that's fine. Tonight's meeting is going to be in Spanish to meet the needs of the Spanish-speaking community of Fort Worth, which is so important. And so I was just telling them that we need to show up and speak. So I will be speaking at that meeting tonight on the phone, not on web video. My daughter has a basketball game, and I will literally be stepping out of the game to give my testimony at this meeting, because it is that important that we voice ourselves, that we represent ourselves, and that we be a part of our communities and trying to protect and help our communities. It is up to us, to be there to represent ourselves. You can wag your finger and demand all you want to, but if you're not showing up, and if you're not putting skin in the game, I mean, what are you, it's us, it's our communities. How much work are we willing to put in for our neighborhoods and our communities? At the end of the day, it comes down to us. We really are the people with the power. So I will be at that meeting tonight. Let's see. Oh, so last week we had the police chief interviews. I was not able to be there in person because I was at work in the ER, but I did submit my questions ahead of time for them. And so we have 6 finalists. We have 2 locally, Julie Swearingen and Neil Noakes. and there was some from police chief from Carrollton, and Wendy from Houston, and a gentleman from Las Vegas, who was actually one of the biggest metropolitan cities to start a body-worn camera program in their police department. So that is a department that has undergone a lot of reform and policy changes that have actually helped their officers be better equipped to do their jobs. I mean, let's face it, it's not an easy job. It's not. And, everyone has to be accountable when they're in their job. And so, the police chief conversation it directly affects all of us. If you have an opinion on who should be police chief, you can email David Cook and Jay Chapa in the city, because that's who's going to be in charge of picking the final person who's going to be our police chief. Regardless of how you feel about police, they are still the entity that oversees this city. And so where we can have involvement, we should be involved in the decisions that are being made for the people that are going to be over us. So that's important. So if you watch the interviews of police chief, you look them up and you have a favorite, let them know. I like this person because of so-and-so. I like this person because of XYZ. You can be a part of that process too. Because it matters at the end of the day. And so then we come all the way back to the election time, the campaign. So thank you for joining us. Again, local elections are amongst us, and the number one election that affects your life on a daily basis is the city council election, your constable races, your justice of the peace. All these people literally touch your life every day. And so it's important that you get involved. So for us, I officially filed last Wednesday. You may have seen the post on the page. If you haven't, go check out the Facebook page, the Instagram page, @VoteTaraWilson. And so, it's campaign time. We have to get the word out. I want to see what the community wants. If you live in District 4, we're going to start a survey soon, and we're going to be calling you. Tell me what you want. I've been speaking to community members on the phone for 2 weeks now. And, they've been telling me, what their concerns are. And I agree with them. They're the same reasons that I'm running, concerns about, the community's being listened to and being responded to. And there's a few emails that I need to answer back too. And so we're going to set up a few ways. If you want to support the campaign, there's a few ways you can do it. The most easiest way, if you don't want to do anything else, if you just want to just stay at home, and I understand, is you can be a part of my social media share team. So if you want to be a part of the social media share team, throw a share comment, throw share in the comments below. So that means anytime that, we post something on the campaign page, when I go live here on Tea Time with you guys, you say you want to just share it for us. We're all on our phones anyway, so it's nothing but a few clicks to share it out to the world. Because you don't know. Some people, thank you, Claudine. Some people don't know. There's a lot of people that don't know about city elections. A lot of people that don't know, they don't even live in a district. They don't understand that there's a person that's in charge of this whole area of Fort Worth that they live in. They don't know that. And you know what? I was one of those people. Say 4 years ago, I was one of those people. I didn't know, right? I watched the Hunger Games, and so I'm like, that's funny, District 12. Why are they got these people broken up in districts? Ha! Joke's on you, Tara, because that's the way it actually is in real life. That's how I got involved in going down and ended up in this position, is because I didn't like that I didn't know. I felt dumb. I was like, how do you not know that? And so I started, getting involved. And so that's how I became an election judge. Understood that there's a process to voting, and that we need people to be at the voting booths that are young and engaged, that welcome people in so that they exercise their right to vote. That's how we get to Inauguration Day tomorrow. So you can be a part of the share team. You can go to the website, VoteTaraWilson.com, VoteTaraWilson.com, and join our team. Will you canvass neighborhoods with us? Will you phone bank? Will you call people and let them know about this community-centered campaign that wants to represent them and make sure that their needs and their ideas are brought forward? Because there are so many talented, bright people in my district, in the city, and you don't feel like you have an outlet to share what you think is a good idea. Well, I want to give you that. I think that we have a lot of intelligent people in this city that need to be a part of decision making. And I want to hear what your ideas are. I'm just one person. I can do a lot, but I can't do everything, But I definitely want to work for you. I want to work for us. What's going to make our city better? And so, we're on the phone. I'm on the phone right now calling people. You may have talked to me. If I've talked to you, hey, thank you for taking my phone call and giving me your advice, your opinion, your support, even your even your, constructive criticism. I'll take that too. I don't have to believe the exact same thing you do. That's not the point of this. The point is, what do you need? Because as your city council person, my job is to do what's in the best interest of everyone. And that's what I want to do, genuinely. And that's what I do, literally, every day I walk into the ER. I'm going to do what's in the best interest of the patient and all of the patients around me and for my team so that we give the best patient care possible. That same line of thought is carrying over to City Hall. What's the best thing that we can do to get our city to a better place that represent and affect all of our communities positively? So share team on social media is an option. You can sign up to phone bank for us to call people. We'll give you the training that you need. It's actually really easy. I particularly enjoy it, but maybe I'm just a nerd like that. And then you can, again, donate, donate. You might not live in the district and you might not can vote for me. But like Adeseli in the comments, she went and donated. She said, I can't vote for you, but I can donate. And you're right, you can. Again, $10, $25, gets us closer to our goal, our fundraising goal. Right now we have a fundraising goal of $5,000 for campaign literature and voter outreach, our first phase of that. We're on our way there, but we need support. The campaign needs support. And so if you don't live in the district, but you believe that, we need to have fair representation, more transparency down at City Hall, and somebody that genuinely wants to hear what you have to say because they know that you have a great idea. I know that you have thoughts. I know that y'all have ideas. Let's hear them. Again, together, our communities is what's going to build a greater Fort Worth, and we got to get there together to do it. I'm ready to listen to you and make time to do that. So these are all the ways that you can support the campaign. You can be a part of the social media share team, and you can pick your, if you like Instagram over Facebook, by all means, I'll give you all the IG stuff you need. If you like Twitter better, we got Twitter too. So social media share team, we've got phone banking and block walking, which with COVID right now, that's still kind of like, we're still trying to figure that out. But still, we can do contactless door hangers. And so there's a lot of things that we can do, and you can just be on your phone in the comfort of your own home, and we can give you the training that you need to do that. And so you can be involved in making a positive change in the city of Fort Worth and just being part of the process so that when you don't like something, you know exactly where you need to go to get it fixed. So at Vote Tara Wilson on Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter, and YouTube. VoteTaraWilson.com. You can donate at bit.ly, so bit.ly/campaign tea time, for joining me here during this tea time hour. And so thank you for the support. Y otra vez, ustedes pueden hacer parte del equipo de esta campaña. Pueden a compartir cosas de la página en Facebook, Instagram, Twitter y YouTube, porque ustedes pueden hacer una parte de la campaña de quiere hacer cosas buenas y cosas más profundo para las comunidades latinos, las comunidades de trabajadores. Para ustedes tienen parte en las decisiones que está pasando. Yo sé que ustedes trabajan duro, que ustedes tienen ideas que están más buenas de yo lo puedo creer. Entonces, si tú no estás parte del proceso, entonces no me voy a saber. Los líderes que están en el consejo municipal no saben si tú no le digan a ellos. Entonces aquí estoy yo postulando para el consejo municipal de Fort Worth porque quiero escuchar a tus ideas, quiero escuchar a que ustedes necesitan en tus comunidades y quiero escuchar a tus pensamientos. ¿Qué piensan ustedes de qué está pasando ahora en la ciudad de Fort Worth? Entonces, comparte las cosas de mi social media. Pueden ir al sitio web de la campaña www.voteterrawilson.com. Entonces, y también sígueme en el social media @voteterrawilson, el Facebook, Instagram, Twitter y YouTube. Pueden ir también al sitio web voteterrawilson.com y pueden hacer una parte del equipo que va a apoyar a la campaña. Podemos ayudar al hablar a gente que habla en español en teléfono y pueden ir a encontrarlos en las comunidades para nosotros, para que se votan, para que las comunidades, nuestros latinos, están parte de este proceso. Hay mucha gente que no saben quién está la persona que está en el Consejo Municipal para el Distrito 4. No saben que viven en un distrito. Y esto es normal, pasa para todos, pero ustedes pueden saber más y pueden saber a qué está pasando verdaderamente. Entonces, ustedes pueden hacer eso, a juntar a campañas como la campaña de mí, que quieren hacer trabajo con la comunidad y acerca de las comunidades que lo necesitan la ayuda. Entonces, junta a mi equipo, por favor, necesito tu ayuda. Cada dólar que está donado me va a ayudar a ir a cada persona y platica con ellos. Están registrados a votar. Si no estás, ándale, te voy a ayudar. ¿Sabe qué está pasando en la ciudad de Fort Worth? No sé, no sabe. Ok, te voy a decir, te voy a dar la información que necesitan. Entonces, dona, por favor. Pueden donar el bit.ly, bit.ly / hora de té con Tara. Entonces, por favor, junta a mi campaña o si vive en diferente distrito, dona, por favor. A mi campaña también, porque cada dólar me ayuda a dar cuidado que necesita Fort Worth. Y si vive en diferente distrito, busca la información acerca de la persona que está postulando para el Consejo Municipal en tu distrito, porque necesitas saber y platica con ellos qué te van a hacer para tus comunidades. Entonces, so I just gave them the same spiel I gave you in Spanish. Join my team. Be a part of the process. You can... there was something I said in Spanish that I need to tell you in English, and now I can't remember what I said. Dang it! This is the difficulty in being bilingual is you'll say something in English, and then you'll go translate in Spanish, and then you can't remember what you said. So you end up saying more in Spanish than you did in English, or more in English than you did in Spanish. And it's all like a lot to keep keep clear in the head. Man, I said something so important in Spanish, and I don't know, I don't know what it was. Every dollar that you donate to the campaign is going to help us get the care Fort Worth needs. We all need some real TLC. The city, our people, our communities really need some deep, loving care after pandemic in 2020 and losing our jobs and even maybe our sanity a little bit. So please be a part of community-centered campaigns that really want to push the needle to more equity in the city. So again, I'll be signing off because it's already been 30 minutes. I'm Tara Wilson, official candidate for Fort Worth City Council District 4. Hit the website, voteterawilson.com. Follow me at Vote Tara Wilson across all social media platforms. And you can donate with the special donation link for this time, bit.ly/campaign tea time with Tara. Entonces, eso es todo para hoy. Ya pasó 30 minutos. Soy Tara Wilson, postulando para el Consejo Municipal del Distrito 4 en la ciudad de Fort Worth. Pueden encontrar más información acerca de mí, la campaña, al www.votetterawilson.com. Pueden seguir a la campaña y cada social media @votetterawilson y pueden donar a este link bit.ly/hora de té con Tara. So, HORADETETETARA. Hora de té con Tara. bit.ly, bit.ly/hora de té con Tara. Thank you guys so much for being with me today. I appreciate all your interaction and your questions. Please share this video if you haven't, and please stay safe out there and take care. Bye.